Ralph, good morning. Hello.
Good morning. Hello. We had a thunderstorm at night, so everything is electronically peculiar.
Oh gosh. Let me just try to adjust my speaker. Apologies and sorry for my delay. Is that louder? Sorry, just trying to get my audio up. Might be my television. How's that? Can you hear me?
What's that?
There we go. I think that's pretty good.
Yeah.
Good stuff. Thank you.
Yeah.
And I'm guessing you're in.
Hello, Oliver.
Good morning. You're in Kent, I believe, aren't you?
Yes, Kent. Not Canada, Kent.
No. Well, would you rather be in Canada? Probably Kent's good for now, isn't it?
I don't mind at the moment. I think we're all in a mess.
We are all in a mess, Ralph, aren't we? I should ask as a bit of courtesy. Not only am I a journalist, but I'm also a massive fan, so I thought I'd exercise some courtesy. Is there anything you don't like? Sorry, I'm not being courteous. I'm interrupting.
Let's see. I try each day to live my life according to the trousers stripe. I find around my ankles and my hips.
Nice.
I travel far. I hid myself in the countryside, tempting to achieve some piece of. But I don't want to bid the world goodbye. I don't want to bug you with a sigh. I don't need to stress the God Almighty mess we're in. Simple.
Well, you've actually.
The drive-out ports and port are coming from the same place all the time. So throw yourself in the deadly flow, ignoring everything you know, and you will find your doodah if you try. That's all.
I think you've actually neatly set up my first line of inquiry, because you were born in a place on the coast in Wales, and according to Wikipedia,
It was called Wallasey.
Yeah.
It was called a place Wallasey, and it was 139 Poulton Road, Wallasey.
Ah. So
in Liverpool.
Is that in? That's sorry. I'm getting my thing. So you were born there, but you actually grew up in Abigail. Abigail? Abigail, of course. Sorry.
Abigail.
Which is quite interesting.
Yeah.
Abigail, because in Welsh, Abigail means action of river and cutting through land, waters, or flash brightly.
Wow, I didn't know that, you see.
And your style, in one sense, sort of does that.
Cuts through, yes.
The bullshit.
Oh.
So.
That's it. Because there's several places around that area. Clanby, Portwyn.
Yeah.
You've got it. You know those places. And Llanfatalhyn, which is where I used to go with my father to fish. And that was half an hour up the hill, you know, to Llanfair, Portwyn. Talhyn, rather. And what were we talking about?
We were talking. Sorry, yeah. I was just sort of almost, I guess, to give you a sort of epithet, in a way, that you are a man of where you've come from, in some ways.
My mother, very Welsh. She was Gwenny Roger. Yes. And she was from a place called Rhos Llanagugog.
Wow. I won't even try and pronounce that. Where's that in relation to?
Near Wrexham.
Okay, fine. So
Wrexham.
That's basically near Llangollen.
Yeah, Llangollen.
Yeah.
Llangollen.
Sorry, Llangollen. I've been there. It's an excellent place. Sorry,
and they have a festival over the year.
Yeah.
Thank you.
And quite the current rushing through it as well.
Yes, there's a lovely river there.
Yeah. Well, actually, I should say that when you did your incredible documentary now 7 years ago with Johnny Depp, your concept there was that you didn't really have a plan, but that was the plan in itself, which...
The plan is you just start going. I mean, people, when I draw and I don't pencil in first, you know, anything, I just go straight in with the ink. People say, don't you make a mistake? But there's no such thing as a mistake, because a mistake is an opportunity to do something else.
Yeah. I was wondering, because I've seen attributed. I think it was when you were interviewed, possibly on New Zealand television at your retrospective at the Museum of Cartoons, that Paul Klee was someone who said that you're trying to have a conversation with a line.
Take a line for a walk.
Yeah, take a line for a walk.
Yeah. Yes.
So I was wondering how much of an influence someone like Paul Klee may have been on you, or anyone really.
There's a whole lot of people from, and particularly what's his name? God, I can't remember his name now. Oh hell! Duchamp. Sorry.
Yeah.
He was there for a minute, and he is one of the biggest influences.
Okay, that's interesting. So it's all about the idea then, would you say?
Yes. Yes. And the idea revealed as you're working.
Yeah.
Going to be one, you know. So, who's it that made a frog Cronenberg? When I made a film, there was a cat in it, and I did a whole. I've even got it over at the studio. If I'd known, I brought it over.
A film with a cat. I should know this.
What? It was Malibu.
Malibu. It was the name of the cat.
Between
Duchamp and it was the film director.
Yeah.
I'm trying to remember the name of the film director.
Yeah.
That happens, doesn't it? Things go. And then
Yeah.
That's it. You go, wow, yes.
You've been pretty prolific, to say the least.
Where?
In creating, in existentializing, I guess.
Existentializing. I didn't realise I could existentialise.
It sounds like a new verb, doesn't it? Yeah.
What?
A French outdoor activity.
Yes, existential verb. That's funny, huh?
I'm just trying to think here.
Existential. Existentialist. You're an existentialist. You extend to.
Yeah. How do your arms go a bit longer?
Your list of extensions.
Yeah. Hang on. I do have better questions, I think.
What?
Hang on.
Have you got a question?
Have I got a specific question? That'd be good. So yeah.
Question. You got a question, you know. Have you got a question?
An A question. Yeah. So the concept of gonzo.
Gonzo. Well, that's a Portuguese word.
Yeah.
And it hinge. So you could say that it's unhinged. You know, it's an idea of doing something complete off the wall. You know, unhinged. But that was how that ever emerged.
Would you
and it was It wasn't Hunter who came up with that. It was his friend, the lawyer,
Journalist Bill Cardoza.
Bill Cardoza. Yeah. Bill Cardoza,
Okay.
who said, "Hey man, you're a gonzo."
Yeah.
And Hunter went, Gonzo, what the fuck's Gonzo? And then he said, "Oh, Gonzo, I like Gonzo. That's nice. I like it." So
Yeah, I mean, it's certainly an interesting concept. Do you think from its origins it's kind of evolved in that, you know, in a sense you're describing it as the action that is unhinged, but actually the action itself has a lot of thought and there's a big why behind your actions. You know, you didn't turn up to a place just for fun.
Well, I think perhaps the width of it is in fact the changing of it as it's going through the process of being developed.
Yeah.
It becomes something else. And it sort of turns out to be something that we hadn't thought of at first. So that's how it worked.
Would you say
I
someone
wish
like...
Hunter was around.
Yeah. Yeah, he took his own life, didn't he, tragically young?
Yeah, he did. Yeah, he said he would.
Yeah.
He said he'd feel trapped in this life that he didn't know he could commit suicide at any moment.
Mm.
He did that.
Do you think that it was that was his strength of conviction, that he did what he said he was going to do and he did it, and that was his joy.
Well, it was very strange. His son and daughter-in-law were sitting in the next room when he did it. And he was in the kitchen and they were in the sort of room next door, the room. And there's a bullet hole through the cooker hood of in the kitchen.
Jesus.
So,
well, I mean, I guess the thing is that...
But he was well loved around there.
Yeah.
The four sheriffs of Pitkin County came and stood around his body and took one of his books down and read a page from it.
Oh, wow.
So it was a kind of a mark.
Yeah. Did you say sheriffs came down from the county?
Yes, Pitkin County sheriff.
Which is a real irony, isn't it? Because in essence he was an anti-establishment, countercultural, anti-hero, and yet these are the people that he's...
I was remarkably conventional in a way. He used to collect the money for the milkman.
Yeah.
On the round of the village of Lexington, Louisville. So, in some ways, he had a kind of conventional outlook.
Yeah.
But he was in the RAF. He did that, and he did most things that he had to do his military service. He did that in America. So,
would you say that's Americans for you, though? To some extent, American society. I mean, the extent to which
is it you mean the characteristics of American people? You mean like Trump?
Well, look,
I wonder what he'd have thought.
I don't mean it that as such, but I feel like, say for example here, I don't know exactly, but did Hunter have to do conscription at that time in America?
Yeah, conscription.
Yeah.
We did that, and I did the RAF as well.
Yeah. That, by virtue of having that to exist at the time, means that you can't be Johnny Rotten, can you, if you're in the army? You in essence, you have to sort of go through a sort of system at one stage in order then to rebel.
Yeah, he went through the system, like a lot of people. And although he said to me, they said you were weird, but not that weird, see? And then the other thing he said, hell, you look like a matted-haired geek with string warts. I don't know what
Yeah.
warts are. I don't sound too good, but
It's interesting what you said about you yourself being quite conservative and quite conventional. And that, I think, perhaps goes back to what you said about your art, and that you kind of, your catharsism is on the paper, isn't it? You know?
yes. Yeah.
Your violence is there.
Yes, it's just the unexpected that happens sometimes as you're thinking. It's going to happen on the page, or it isn't. You know.
Yeah.
I'm not going to get or something. You know. So I try to get something. I mean, it's very odd doing a book on Sigmund Freud, a book on Leonardo da Vinci, and a book on God.
Yeah.
Which is kind of weird. Doing a book on God.
I mean, they've all got ideas about their stations, don't they?
All those people.
Yeah. Especially Freud.
Yeah. Freud.
I have one of your books, which is quite a fun one, I think from 1990.
Oh, the Tales of the Weird, yeah.
Yeah.
Yes, you've got. Right.
Which.
And I think that is this in that book something about the weird. Well, what was it I was thinking of?
The weird.
Animal behavior. Animal behaviours.
Animal behaviours.
Let's have a look in the index.
You see, I've almost forgotten what I've done. This is the problem. I'll start again, I think. Yes.
Yeah, animal behaviour is not similar because they didn't invent them until afterwards.
This is.
What?
Animal behaviour is all things that they're not.
No.
I know. Right. How glad you did, because that's reminded me. Look. So it's. And you always keep pizzas on the wall, do you?
Oh, that's actually a painting I did of my dad. And actually, now that you've spotted the wall, you might actually spot one of your paintings. So that might be cheating. I was waiting how long you might spot that.
Is that this one here?
Yeah.
Far left.
So
that's mine, is
the
it?
reason I have that, and there's actually a legitimate reason I've got it, and there's actually seems to be only one legitimate reason I could have it, is because of the Chelsea Arts Club auction.
Oh, really?
Yeah.
What?
So I apologise. That's it's a bit of a loophole, isn't it? But I was very. I've moved it onto the wall, but I normally wake up to it. So thank you for making it.
But it's nothing. It's the splat of. Nothing.
Yeah, it says. Hang on.
It's not. It's a landscape.
Yeah, it says polluted sunrise.
What's that?
It says polluted sunrise.
Polluted sun. Oh,
Yeah.
that's good.
So it's quite apt for the moment.
I'll look on my computer later and
Nice.
see if I put in polluted sunrise and see if it's still on there.
Yeah. Oh, cool.
So, be on there.
Thank you for that. In the 1970s, things like the Melting Nixon was one of those real bits of art that was showed how people were being manipulated. Those people that were supposed to be running the government. Yeah. I mean, I can only dread to think what you make of what's going on now.
Well, I've done Trump as a Statue of Liberty takers.
Okay.
Which is what it is, actually. And I've done one of him as a. Oh, it's something to do with slugs, I think. I've forgotten what that.
Swamp monster.
Swamp pet.
Swamp pet.
That's right, swamp pet.
Wow. I can only imagine.
I'll send an email.
Oh yeah,
with
I'd
some
love to see it.
images
Yeah. That's Sadie will send you emails with the swamp pet and the Statue of Liberty takers. And I got an off feeling he's going to win the next election.
I mean, it's a real sad state of affairs, isn't it? But I mean, ultimately, you know, it's not exactly much competition, is it? But and the problem is with this Biden character is every 2 minutes there's a new kind of allegation, which then, you know, if your grounds for disliking Trump are his treatment of women, Biden doesn't look too clever either.
No. Oh God. We're in a bit of a mess, aren't we?
I mean, we thought it was fucked before.
Bugs. Well, bugs in it. We didn't used to have bugs that were. Well, I suppose we did really, didn't we?
We just didn't experience them, did we?
Not like this. This is either we're all going to hell in a handcart, or we're somebody's going to come. I'm looking through an old medical book for possible old things they use for tonsillitis, you know, odd things that in the past. In the hope there might be just something in there that actually would do the job and get rid of this wretched virus.
Yeah.
You know, something that we use for Qatar and for other things that are just not formal.
I mean, I know
this one.
They managed to crack smallpox by injecting someone with cowpox, didn't they, once upon a time? But
you say, well, everything like that. It goes back a long way. The ideas of what we use for this. I mean, we have a flu jam, don't we? Every year. All of it. We do, and we've been landlocked, you know, here.
Yeah.
And Anna's taken up paint, and she's on, I think, a 63rd or 64th.
69.
Oh, 69th now.
One a day.
One a day.
Painting of a bird.
She's done flowers.
Oh, flowers.
She goes out looking. Yes, we didn't realise we had so many different flowers in the garden.
Wow.
No.
Speaking of flowers, birds love flowers, and you seem to be a bit of an ornithologist. Where did all this come from?
I did them. It was Kerry Levy that rang up and said, "Do I draw birds?" And I ended up doing the whole book full of them.
Yeah.
Knowing really nothing about them. The only thing I knew about them was a lot of them fly, and that's quite useful. I used to build model airplanes.
Just going back to Kenny, that was the thing, I think, was it at Arnold Circus you were part of that show? Are you referring to, you were part of a thing to raise money to save birds? Going back about 10 years.
Oh, Ghosts of Gone Birds.
Yeah.
Yeah, that's right. And now we've done the conservationist, the Guns trilogy, different birds, you know, different animals. And conservation's become because Kelly had a habit of pick on the words that I used.
Yeah.
And the next thing he was calling it his own.
Oh.
Well, he was calling it.
He didn't call his own.
Well, he just uses that. Even the toad through Island, he picked up on that too.
Yeah, but don't make a big thing about it.
I'm not to make a big thing.
Okay, we'll not make a big thing of it. Did you like birds as a child?
I've got to crack myself, sorry.
Right, listen, we asked your question.
The question?
Sorry. Did
What
you
was that?
love birds as a child?
And then look at them, don't they? But I was more interested in model aeroplanes.
Okay.
Yeah. So I've still got 2 of them in the studio, hanging up. Yeah.
I assume airfix.
One of them.
Are they airfix?
What's that?
Were they the make airfix, the model aeroplanes, or a different one?
No, I made them myself.
Oh, you made them yourself. I didn't realise. Sorry. Wow. Not just a.
I'll send you.
Oh,
Yeah. Okay. Lady said she'd send you pictures of them.
I'd love to see that. Well, I will. I'll move on. So, music, I think, is quite a big thing to you, as is the ukulele.
Yes, there's that, but I'm forgetting how to play it. So I haven't used it for ages. But I've got songs that I've done.
Yeah.
I've actually recorded at BBC. What's it called? It's in Regent Street. It's a studio in Regent Street. I did them there, and since then I've pretty well forgotten how to play the ukulele.
Oh. Well, if you do it once, I feel like you can do it twice. Perhaps.
I suppose I can. I've got to take it up again now. Yes.
Well, it's quite a good. I was in the park yesterday and someone was playing the ukulele, and it was quite uplifting despite all the terror.
Yeah, nice. Oh, it's nice when it plays because I've written some songs, so I got quite a few songs. I've also written a song about Leonardo da Vinci.
Okay.
Called "The Man Who Woke Up in the Dark," and that's what Freud called Leonardo.
Oh, the man who woke up in the dark.
The man. Yeah.
Why did he call him that?
Which he probably did. Well, because no one was doing anything enlightening before Leonardo, pretty well. Although we don't know that. There may have been a whole civilization way back in the midst of time. And I really don't know.
A lot of your work, I think, is underpinned by a very sort of unique sense of humour. Ultimately, I think it's probably hard to find a lack of humour in any of your work, whatever you've done for the whole of time. What makes you laugh?
Perhaps I'm trying my best not to be fun.
Yeah. I mean, I don't think you have much.
No, I was trying to be serious the whole time because I thought when I started, I was going to change the world.
Yeah.
And all this 55 years later, I think I've achieved it because it's worse now than it was when I started.
Well, I would, I mean, if you want to take the full responsibility for the world being worse, then it's a big thing to absorb.
Yes, it is, but I can't do it.
What kind of stuff do you find? What kind of things do you find funny? What have been the things that have really kind of almost given you a bit of a, where's the sort of rocket in your pen?
Things that really be funny, because I used to. I love W.C. Fields.
Okay. Yeah.
And somebody said to him, "No gentleman ever asked for his present back." And he said, "A gentleman, man, is someone you can double cross, screw, tattoo, and make a horse's ass of." Well, to me, that's no gentleman. That's a boss's ass. And that I always like that question of his. It was interesting.
Like Spike Milligan.
Spike Milligan, yes, is
Yeah.
another wonderful one.
And, you know,
And who's the other one?
Stan Laurel.
Oh, Stan Laurel.
Lauren Hardy.
Lauren Hardy, I love her.
What was I going to say? What was Spike Milligan on his grave? What did he say? Told you so?
Because I told you I wasn't well.
Yeah.
I wasn't feeling. Yes, that's not nice. That's great.
Yeah, it's interesting because we don't have the best attitude towards death in the West, do we? In some ways, we sort of take it quite seriously.
Did what's his name? The fatter one.
Oliver Malin.
No. Spike the Lagoon Show.
Harry Seacombe.
Harry Seacombe. Yeah. I don't know whether he died. Did he die? Or
Yeah, he did.
did he? I don't remember how. Something
A
about.
heart attack or something.
Oh dear. That's terrible. Yeah. Oh well, it happened.
It does happen, unfortunately. I have two more questions, and I'm going to let you enjoy the day. Interrogation over.
Right.
So you've said that we should be born old and grow younger. I think.
Yeah.
How do we form a good question out of this statement? What would you tell your younger old self that you know now? I'm kind of confused.
Let's see. I've got nothing I would want to tell my younger self. I don't think.
It's going to be
because
fun.
It just happened.
It's going to be fun. Don't worry.
Yeah, is it? Yes.
And my other less light-hearted question is so about the moment I think we have a bit of a problem that throughout our history images have been used in incredibly amounts of powerful ways. I mean, once upon a time the church owned them all. Then Gutenberg turned up and sort of changed the game. When we're confronted with the great tragedies of the 21st century, the industrialization of murder, Rwanda, the Holocaust, we have images. We don't have any images at the moment shocking us of COVID, and I think that's problematic to some extent.
Well, that's what I did a drawing. I have a drawing of a portrait of myself, and I've made a mask on it. I thought it should be I think it's how we're covering ourselves up.
Yeah.
All that business I've been walking about.
Yeah.
Giving.
Yeah, a mask of your own face is a perfect thing.
It's what?
A mask of your own face is great.
I just suddenly felt it would be quite not amusing. It would be rather frightening if Rembrandt had to wear one when he was painting a self-portrait.
Yeah.
Or anyone we know as great, as even Michelangelo. And they were, imagine the sea paintings, and they're all wearing masks.
Would have probably would have taken them a bit longer, wouldn't it? They're bloody hot working in a mask, isn't it? Poor things.
Yeah. Yes, I think so. I think it's awful. And I think the National Health Service has been pretty good the way they managed going.
God only knows.
Not a very. I don't know whether we've ever known a time like this.
No.
It's all about being careful things, and it's not really being careful. It's being obstructed in a way.
Yeah.
Well, it's,
Obstructed for our own good, isn't it? It's an odd thing, isn't it? It's sort of, we accept these almost socialist, communist-esque conditions for our own benefit because the benefit's presumably clear. But
I suppose so. Yes, I suppose it is.
well, Ralph, thank you so much for talking to me. I think I've you've been very generous. I was going to ask you to play the uke, but I won't do that. But I know that if you had it next to you, I mean, it would be amazing. It would make my Christmas.
What?
Going with it.
No, I can't play
I
it.
can't play it.
I've forgotten that. I'll play it. If I pick it up and
I feel like the world would.
and try to.
Yeah.
It's funny, but you forget what you're doing. I mean, I've got 3 guitars in the back room,
Oh, nice.
and I got one that Johnny Depp gave me.
Oh, nice.
It's made from a cigar box.
Oh, wow, it must sound great.
Yeah, and it's interesting, but something left me somewhere. I don't know what it was.
Interesting.
And I used to play it every day, you know. And it's very. I might have to try again. Then I should call you back and say,
That would be
get
amazing.
ready to hear. Get ready to hear. Get ready to hear an ovation.
That would be that would really make my day because it's going to be a tough Christmas. So
Oh yes, before
Christmas,
I'll learn it.
Great.
Funny that, because I actually learned to play guitar from a guy called Alan Hodgkin, who played with Django Reinhardt from the Hot Club of France. You know, Sam Grappelli.
Nice.
The violinist. And all he wanted to do, this Alan Hodgkin, was talk about art to me. Very strange. And yet I, was trying to learn the guitar. So perhaps that has something to do with the fact that I'm a little bit uncertain about it now,
Would you
It sort of left me.
Do you think the rhythm that you have in your drawing is a rhythm that you can translate to other mediums easily? Do you think you just have natural rhythm?
No, what I did, the thing is I went to the Havilland Aircraft Company as an aircraft engineer, apprentice, and I could only stand it 9 months, and I had to leave because I didn't like factory life.
Yeah.
Couldn't stand it. I thought it'd be more like making model airplanes.
Right.
But it wasn't anything. No. So I left my mother that was beside herself. Because then I had he's died since, but I had Ron Howard Davis was my sister's husband, and he passed 2 or 3 years ago. And he got me a job at Woolworths.
Okay.
As a stockroom boy. And I had to sweep the floors and everything on a Friday night. And I was sweeping the floors, and you get on, and the oily floors, yeah. I had to oil the floors as well.
Oh gosh.
And I was just picking up all the stuff. And who should pass by but my grammar school teacher, headmaster, Hubert Hughes, who saying, "Look at you sweeping the streets of Colwyn Bay." He was sneering at me. You should have stayed at the Havilland. So that was an unpleasant sort of thing. He liked to cane the boys. He'd have a lineup of boys, naughty boys that had to be caned, and they give them all a whack on the bum.
Sounds like a bastard.
So, well, yeah. Well, he, today he wouldn't get away with it. He wouldn't be able to do anything like that. So maybe that's the progress. At least we don't
Yeah. Sure.
anymore. Other than that,
So
the world is, it's going to the, I don't know whether it's going to the dogs or to the,
Cats.
what else they go to?
Cats.
No, go to lizards.
Lizards. Yeah. Yeah, well, I hope it goes to dogs, because I feel like dogs, if a dog was 3 foot bigger, it would protect you more. But most other things, if they were 3 foot bigger, would eat you more. So.
Yes, I am. Or like a crocodile, you mean?
Yeah, exactly. I wouldn't want the world to go to the lizards.
We're going to the crocodiles. That's right.
If that's an option to avoid, if you have any control, Ralph, please no crocodiles.
No.
I just think it would end in tears. It would end in crocodile tears. It would end in crocodile tears.
Anyway.
Crocodile tears.
Oh, crocodile tears, of course, yes. Those. Perhaps a book on crocodiles.
Yeah.
And do a book of crocodiles.
That would be something for something nice for children.
How many different types of crocodiles are there?
I would say about 30.
Really?
I would say as many as that.
Different types.
Probably even more.
There's a book full there.
Yeah. Yeah. Definitely. I'll try and find out and let you know.
And thank you for showing me that picture.
Oh, yeah, no, I can bring it a bit closer. Oh.
Wow. Oh. That's what I like about this old water I use to drop onto the surface, which is what the texture is.
Right.
The smellier that I don't know whether it still smells, but it shouldn't. But,
no odour. It's about 3 or 4 years old, I think.
There's a picture I've done with using really old water.
Oh, really?
Yeah.
That's interesting. So yes, stagnates on the top.
It's fun. Just head across the top then. Pick up where you left off.
Yeah. Oh, it's wonky now. Oh, wow.
Oh, it's cockeyed now.
Yeah, it's next to my dad.
Oh, yeah.
My dad's up there.
Right, yeah. Let's see that.
Lovely.
Nice to talk to you.
Nice to talk to you. Thank you so much. And let's hope they find a miracle cure quickly.
Yeah, I'll say.
Yeah.
Because we're all actually not right, are we? We feel, whether we've got anything or not.
Yeah.
We just feel impaired, inhibited.
Psychologically, definitely.
Definitely, yeah.
I think, someone at your stage in life, to some extent, this situation is fine. You probably, you're in your 80s, I doubt you're doing a 10K run every day, putting it on Instagram. So, you do your thing, but those people who, say for example, they're finishing different stages of education or out of work, the uncertainty is...
Getting ready. Yes, trying to get ready to live life.
Yeah.
And then being prepared by this ridiculous germ.
Yeah.
I've drawn them. And then they've called it the viral menace.
Yeah.
Right. I drew him. And he's jolly. He looks quite nice. He's fine.
He's fine till he meets anyone. Then he's got a problem. He's fine on his own.
Yeah. Oh, yeah, on his own he can't focus. Yeah. Well, I don't know. So, there's something we haven't talked about.
I think we've got quite a good.
Send it to.
Yeah, we've got quite a good spread there,
We'll
Ralph.
send it. Yes. We'll try and find something to send to you.
Oh, that's you don't need to.
Say.
I'll send all images on WeTransfer.
Great.
Yes. We'll send transfer images.
Yeah, love to see what
What was
we've
that?
been working at.
Hello.
There's I'll show you one. It's here. I did it for the Kentucky Derby last year.
Oh right, of course. Oh wow. Sense of movement's incredible, Ralph. I mean, the thing is, just hold it up for a second. You can't do that in a photo. You just can't do that in a photograph. You can't get that atmosphere.
No.
At all.
No. It's flat.
Yeah. But I feel like that dirt's really coming off the animal, you know?
I see, yeah. There's this one here too. Dr. Gonzo. Look.
Dr. Gonzo.
Yes. Hunter.
Oh wow.
Over that way. Okay.
Right, can you see it?
Amazing.
Right, have you got a camera there? You can take it.
Yeah.
I can send
Get me a...
the file.
We send back. Oh, you've got a thing there?
Yeah, no, don't worry. I've recorded the conversation, so yeah, and got video too. So yeah, that's
Right.
amazing.
Hey. And look, when I first heard of Trump,
Oh wow.
I did Donald Trump Porky Pie.
Porcupine. Oh my.
Yeah, he's fouled his pants.
I like how you've got him with such a voluminous chin, because he does sort of feel like he's being consumed by his own bullshit. So.
Yeah, I wish.
You wish
I
you
really, anybody. He's the one person I could wish the virus on.
Yeah. Well, that no doubt that'll be a service that you can use soon.
Yeah.
Send a virus to an enemy.
Yeah, that's right. Yeah.
Yeah, well, hopefully the karma police will eventually catch up with him. There's always hope, isn't there?
Something will. I'm sure something will one day get him. If it's only a pie, I mean, just flan him, you know.
Yeah.
It's a lot to do that.
I suppose he's got to wake up in the morning and look in the mirror. That must be enough of a punishment.
Yeah. Well, I think there's a thing here. It's, yes, there it is. It's in last week's New Statesman.
Ah, nice. So that's a drawing of Orwell and...
Orwell and a pig.
Ah.
Yeah. And Orwell's having a cup of tea. He's like a cup of tea. So that's the New Statesman, you know.
Nice, I will try and check it out.
Yeah. Right, there we are then.
Okay.
Thank you so much.
Brilliant.
Thank you so much. Much appreciated.
you.
Have a great day, guys. Thank you.
Thank you.
Bless you.
Bye.
See.